if you want to be cruel, if you want to be sinful, and stay in Sahaja Yoga, you cannot. It's not like any religion as you saw yesterday, that you commit any mistakes, do what you like, kill anyone, cheat anyone, and still be there. It's not like that. Here you have to be Sahaja Yogi in the real sense of the word. And this is why one has to understand. There are some Sahaja Yogis have come, they can't get in. I think the doors are closed. So, now such a tremendous power, so alert, so affectionate, so kind, is there. And a mother who is your teacher. Mother teaches children with love. Not only that, but you never even felt how I taught you Sahaja Yoga. You just learnt it like that. It's a child's playful. It's such a difficult and subtle subject. You picked it up without any difficulties. So artfully it was done, beautifully it was done, built in within you. Now you know this is Sahaja Yoga, this is not Sahaja Yoga. All this knowledge came to you so sweetly. The way you sing Indian music, you see, even the Indians are surprised. They can't sing like you sometimes. Those who had come to my program, they saw you, some musicians, they said, we were really ashamed. How could these people sing so well and pronounce everything so well? And you have to trust this power fully. Those days when people were in difficulties, they were always attacked, they had not got their self-realization. They had to put their trust into the divine power. They had to put. But now when you have got realization, you have got your freedom, should never forget that you have to trust this divine power all the time, that it will look after you. Now, how do we play tricks in Sahaja Yoga? Some lazy lumps come into Sahaja Yoga. Absolute lazy lumps, means they must be left-sided, or whatever it is. And if you tell them, you better do this work, no mother, I won't do this work because my right side will come up. Very common trick. It's a very common trick. I can't do this work. When it comes to work, they'll just run away. How many people work? Very few. The other day I went to the kitchen and I asked these Indian girls what's happening. They said they're all running away. Nobody is here to help us. Nobody wants to take responsibility. But the trick is that it is played on Sahaja Yoga, that if I do this thing, I will become right-sided. But if you become left-sided, this one is there. It's very nice you have put him here, I am very happy. So all lethargic people, lazy lumps, always do that. Now somebody is told that you have to get up in the morning. They feel terrible about it, oh, how to get up. But if you go back into your own background, you will say you must have taken drugs, you must have taken alcohols, you must have taken all these left-sided things. That's why you cannot get up in the morning. Now, how will you finish or neutralize those bad habits that you had? How will you do it? If you start getting up early in the morning, slowly the habit will be formed and you can get rid of it. It's just to make yourself available when the morning sun is about to come. Alcohol itself is such a left-sided nonsense. So much so that once the goddess drank all the alcohols of the world, you won't believe, all the alcohols. Saints like Sainath smoked all the tobacco of Maharashtra, but still they are smoking. Like Shiva drank the whole of the poison, because he is the giver of life. Whatever they have worked so much, so sincerely, earnestly, with complete concentration. You see me working like that, but they have also worked the same. So don't take things for granted. I have told many of you to write down, what have I done for Sahaja Yoga today? For myself, I'll do everything. I'll paint my house, I'll paint my kitchen, everything. I'll have a nice sari done up, blouse done up. Myself, what have I done for Sahaja Yoga? How many presents I have given to others? How many letters I have written to others? What experiences I have written down? Above all, how many times I have felt the love of my mother in my heart? But I'll tell you the reason in the West why the big problem is. I've discovered it now. As I discovered Sahaja Yoga, also I've discovered the secret, which I'm telling you today. This is also the Shakti of penetration. That one can find out the demons, how they work in our minds, how they prosper. I think I've told some people, but I'm going to tell you all. When we are children, till the age of 5 years, we are ego-oriented, in the sense that we are just looking after ourselves. You give 10 toys to 10 children, they'll take their toys and play with each other, don't talk to anyone, they'll just go and play. They'll not disturb another one. It's all parallel living. They won't disturb. If they disturb, they might beat, they might do something else nonsensical. This might be due to some sort of a bhoot in them, as children. But when they are 5 years of age, supposing now you ask somebody, a child from here, see now, what do you see? He says, I see a tiger here, and these flowers, this, all this I see. But if you make him stand there, supposing somebody standing that side, what will he see? Still he will say he sees tiger, flowers, this, that. You try. Because he cannot see the point of view of another person. He's just busy with his ego. Now the whole culture in the West I have found now, I don't know, formerly it was not so. Parents had a great grip over the children and they had responsibility of children. They behaved well so that children should be all right. Not like before the children they go on fighting with each other. I mean, they must be fighting a little bit, but in the bedrooms they must be doing. Because I have not seen films when I was young where the husband and wife are only all the time fighting or going for divorce. No, at all understanding between husband and wife. But when it is another woman or another man, their faces go like this. If you see on the street, two people going with each other like this, then you know that these two are not husband and wife. This is modern times. These are modern times, and the West is the worst. So what happens that the parents are also not grown up, they are not matured, they have no sense of responsibility, they have got children, how to behave with the husband. Especially the women here are extremely, extremely dominating and stupid, I must say. They don't know anything about cooking, they don't know anything about anything. They can only career girls, they can go sit in the bank and write something. And they're extremely stupid, they don't know how to handle their husband, they don't know how to handle their children. They have had no training. Their mothers paid no attention to them. No disciplining at all. So this ego-oriented child is still ego-oriented. No love, no affection. We would say my mother was a very strict person, extremely strict. But she was extremely loving also. Extremely loving, extremely strict. Just like Jagadamba. Even she would make us cook food, even the handle how you hold, she would tell us. This is not the angle, this is not the way, you do this way. Why are you standing like this? Where is your attention? And no questions were to be asked. All that disciplining and all that thing which came to us in our childhood is today helpful to us. And they were extremely loving. They were for our benevolence. Whatever they did were for our benevolence. But I think, especially in Switzerland, I always felt that the mothers are uneducated and they are extremely jealous of their daughters also. Our mothers, my mother was very well educated, but her mother was not. But she was a wise woman. She had her sense of responsibility. She knows she was a mother and she has to behave herself. She has not to be childish and stupid. So because that love was not given to these ladies, they are still ego-oriented. They are still babies. They are not yet grown up. Still they cannot see the other person's point of view. And they become extremely obstinate. No, this is true. Now let us face it. Today you have had this puja of Adishakti is a dangerous one. Because this is like a mirror where you will have to see yourself. Clearly, face yourself. To dominate your husband is a stupid nonsense. Because you don't know how to handle your husband, that's why. I would say Indian women dominate their husbands all right, in a way. The husbands can't do without their wives. Can't do without their wives. They don't know even how to pack their things, they don't know how to even make tea, they don't know how to boil an egg, they don't know anything. They don't know even how to lock the house, open even open the wardrobe, how to spread a bed. They don't know anything whatsoever that is practical. I would say that my husband would always come and ask me, is this tie all right? I mean, this is since long. Now he knows I'm Adi Shakti, but before also. He used to come and ask, is it all right? No, it's no good. All right, he would change. But because you are not grown up, you are not matured, you don't know how to handle your husbands, you try to dominate. And then the children learn from you, they also try to dominate you. Apparently, you must understand, it is the authority coming from the top. Like I always will say, I'm not God, Sadashiva is God. The God was quite shocked when I told him first this thing. But I am God also. Without me, what is he? I am his power. He is powerless. But let him be God. Good. Because if you have to blame someone, you blame him. It's God. So I have to work hard to keep him pleased. Otherwise, he doesn't care for anyone. He'll just destroy. That's all he knows. He'll destroy you. Anybody tries to play any tricks with me, he'll destroy you so badly that for lives together, you cannot become a human being. He's like that. Terrible fellow. He's the one who has done all these things, So, we have to grow. We have to grow as wise women. As women who are like the Mother Earth, as I told you. And when you ask me that, Mother, you work so hard and you look so fresh, because I enjoy it. It's like a music to me. Doing work is a music to me. Cooking is a music to me. Everything is a music to me. Do you get tired of music? On the contrary, you feel fresh. And when I kill demons, as you must have seen there, I get more enlightened. More light comes in. It's the other way around. So I have to make you understand that today please have full introspection, soul search. Find out what's wrong with us. Do not pamper your ego, because ego makes you idiotic. That you must have seen. We have some people in Asaj Yoga who are like that, idiots. But they think no end of themselves. We all know that. We have to have some buffoons also in the circus. But we have to have lions and tigers. What impresses the people are the lions and the tigers, and not the buffoons. So it is important, let us have the introspection and see for ourselves how much we have done for surgery. Of course, I have to congratulate you for one thing, because I am like that. I've done nothing to be like that. I'm just like that. I am. So I have the power. If I have the power, because I am the power. What is there to feel very elated about it? I do not feel that way at all. But if I do not use my power, then I become like a human being. Why I am the goddess? Because I use every bit of my power. And if you people do not use your power, out of any nonsense, any fear you may have any kind of cause of temptation or restriction, anything. If you are not going all out to use your power of love, then you cannot ascend. So the whole thing, if you see so clearly, the whole power of your mother is of love. Whatever she does is out of her love for her creation. And the introspection starts, but it should not be late. I used to say since long, the way they are exhausting the Mother Earth, making so many things. You must have heard me saying this for the last 18 years I've been saying this. Today now, ecological problem standing like a Rakshasa before you. Now what do you do with it? So you face that. Automatically you have to face yourself, your destruction. the introspection. If you do not do now, you will face it at a time when it will be very late. So don't be just satisfied with yourself that you have now Sajogi, so done. If you have come to my puja, of course, like if you fall into the sea has a power to absorb you, but also has a power to throw you back on the shores. It acts both ways. So why can't I go deep into Sajoga? There are excuses also, I've got no time, I'm very busy, I'm working in the office, I'm doing that. Then you are not a Sajoga. All your time is for Sajoga. But because of that, Sajoga gives you sufficient time to do everything. I know of people whom I suddenly find in the pujas, sometimes in Vancouver, sometimes in San Diego, sometimes here. I said, how are you here? What about your business? He said, the business has brought us here, exactly on this date. When this power is so great, to realize it, to know how great it is, then you leave everything to this power. It works out for you everything. So today we are talking about Shakti, about the power of the goddess, which are much more to be discovered and too intricate, very well balanced and extremely efficient. But whatever work these powers have done within you, please try to respect them. Please try to assimilate them and let your being grow. Don't say that now I'm married, or that I've got pregnancy, that I've got children, I've got jobs, nothing. Everything becomes perfect as soon as you perfect yourself. Everything is related to your perfection. Then you don't ask me question, what job I have to do, mother, what I have to achieve. Nothing. You just see your way through and everything works out. So all the demons were killed. They are again back in their own seats. The worst thing is they have entered into the heads of the seekers, because they have come as gurus now. They have come as a Catholic Church, as Protestant Church, as all kinds of temples and all kinds of fundamentalists and all that. Or they look like Rakshasas also, if you look at them. And when they influence you, they go into your heads. But after coming to Sajoga, even those heads are cleansed and you are all right out of it. But then what to do with this? With doing all this work, cleansing and giving joy and everything, then what to do? You have to give it to others. This is your responsibility. So first of all, your character, your behavior, your relationships should be so pure that by itself it will emit light. Like if you have a very clean glass, the light can pass through. But also, Kundalini being the pure desire, you must have a very fervent and extremely bubbling, you can call it absolutely pouring out desire. Whom to give vibrations now, whom to give realization? You give it to the trees, you give it to the dogs, you give it to anyone. And if you find human beings, also give them. Rather difficult. So that has to be done. But whatever you are doing, keep attention in your connection. But here they are doing Sahaja Yoga, and there your connection is loose. Then what you are giving? Sahaja Yoga or what? You are giving darkness. You are giving ignorance. You are giving madness. So to this powerful Shakti, you must all the time keep connection and keep her pleased, like the protocol. It's very important because all these, you see, they have the protocol cells because they're fixed. You should also fix your protocol properly. It's rather difficult or embarrassing as a human being for me to tell you what should be the protocol of the goddess. Really. But I had to tell you because I don't want you should be harmed. But the protocol must be observed. And could be understood very well. Of course, it's much better now. First time they had my puja in Delhi. They did my arti with a plastic plate, and the kumkum was kept in plastic boxes. And I was so much worried about these people that my whole body has shrunk like this, controlling them. Now don't do anything. If you see my photograph, you'll see me very different. So I was so surprised I didn't know what to do. All right. Now, please also pay attention to your protocol. For example, people walk just early in the morning in their pajamas. That's not proper. Let's dress up properly. You're going. You don't know what Adi Shakti is, or you know. If you know, then you are going to face Adi Shakti. Protocol must be understood. For that, luckily, in India, people have a lot of sense. Also, they are sometimes missing in it. So, protocol is very important because these will be really furious if you don't keep the protocol.